Washington, it's Husky Stadium. One of the best environments in all of sports. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Williams. Oh, they're after him. Across the 45. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Hand off from the shotgun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. It's Moss. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Williams. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Got a little grass. Inside the 30. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here's Williams to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first time. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Scott. Picks up the first down. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolfpack! He got a step and just dusted the field. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Throwing, Williams. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Bailey. Complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Huskies offense out there and ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
Finding some room. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Williams. Under fire. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Williams fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams looking for a man. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Williams to throw. Determined run gets it down to the 12.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Williams. Under fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Williams from the gun on third down. Finds his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, you take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Makes the catch and he's free. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Williams, here's the pressure. Buying some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And here comes the offense on second down. Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Washington right back to the line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, and maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Williams. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Washington. He got it, beat down in bounds.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. Snags it, and he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Goss. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the run, it's Scott. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Williams on the play fake. He's going for it all. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
Handoff from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Here's Williams to throw. Bringing the heat. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll move the wide receiver. Third down from the gun, Williams. He'll pull it down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Throwing, Williams. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They run into a bit of trouble here, third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Williams can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it on the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Scott. And they're able to get him down.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Bailey. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top, and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Gets it away. It's a laser and maybe no chance for a return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams. That's caught. It's Moss. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing right. That's caught by Williams. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Done enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Washington wants to go quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. The give as they work on that clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He really gets into this one, a high hanging kick. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On the run, fires downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's Williams to throw. Williams open on the right side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throwing, Williams. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Williams. Here's a heat. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job.
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Bailey. The screen, he's got wheels. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside. It's Gauze. And they get him down.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Williams. Over the middle, it's Williams. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Williams looking for a man. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Williams to throw for it on 4th. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And that is how we will wrap this one up. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent. Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this game.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the